Hey there. Welcome back for day 114. Life according to YoBo. What are we talking about? Giving life to your vision. Resurrecting your vision. I told y'all a couple days ago my sister will be 60 next year and is earning her AA degree in May 2015. Started at the junior college in 1974. 41 years later, she's earning her AA degree. It ain't never too late. That's why you got to keep the vision alive. Even if you're in a situation right now where you can do absolutely nothing, you can still keep your vision alive. I don't care if you're in jail. Keep your vision alive. Let me tell y'all this real quick. When they sent Martha Stewart to jail, I told my husband, that is the worst place you can send a visionary. That is the worst place you can send a creative person, because she don't have nothing to do but sit up in jail with no interruptions, coming up with new ideas. After she was released from prison, within that first year, I think she did 6 months in prison. Within that first year, oh, don't give me the lying. Did I read that she introduced 7,000 new products? Maybe it was 1,000. 7,000 sounds a little bit too high. Maybe it was 1,000. But I tell you what, the whole time she was in there, she could not have done anything physically, but that mind was steadily cranking. So, honey, I don't care if you in traction. You better let your mind keep going. You better stack up those ideas. You better keep that vision alive. We are talking about giving life to your vision, keeping the vision alive, chapter number 7. We talked about Netflix yesterday. We talked about Blockbuster going bankrupt, and here come Netflix, selling the same products. Why? Because Blockbuster didn't want to change. Don't be afraid to change. When something isn't working, that means it's time to change. Let's look at Starbucks. Do y'all remember when there used to be a Starbucks on every corner? That worked really well until 1/3 of the working population received layoff notices. Therefore, most households have one breadwinner instead of two. And when people try to make ends meet, they ain't got $3 for a cup of coffee. That's just not in the budget. Recently, 2010, while walking past the Starbucks, I noticed something. $1.50 for a cup of coffee? Who would have thought? I already had my 1 cup of coffee for the day, but the next time I was out and about, I sure got me a $1.50 cup of coffee. Also remember, Starbucks was on every corner. Where do you see Starbucks now? You don't see Starbucks buildings. You see them in the grocery store. You see them in Target. They no longer have their own building. They are renting a space where they pay rent now. They're not paying light bills, phone bill, gas bill, insurance, none of that. They pay just their little rental space. See, you can't be afraid to change. Another thing about success, it's just as easy as duplicating the efforts of the successful. Look at someone who's successful and just duplicate what they did. How y'all think I did this book? I saw somebody's workbook and I duplicated it. And honey child, look, this is a for real workbook. Look at this right here. Look at that. See, man, is this a workbook or what? This is a for real workbook. I duplicated the efforts of someone who had a for real workbook. Now let's talk about Southwest Airlines. Y'all familiar with Southwest Airlines? In my travels, I have visited major airports across the country. Southwest is the only terminal with consistent activity in every hub city. I don't care which airport you in, you're going to know when you're in the Southwest terminal because it is packed. And they advertise their secret of success. It ain't no secret. No change fees and your bags fly free. Yet, every month, there's another airline going bankrupt. It ain't rocket science. Find the successful and just do what they do. How do you think I started this video? I saw somebody else. I'm like, is she doing that video with her iPhone? I said, if she can do that, I can do that too. I shot me 1 or 2 videos. I contacted my friend Dwayne Shigg. Go to his page, SHIGG. I said, you know what? Look at my video. I did it with my iPhone. Because he would post his daily quotes. I said, start putting up videos. Just use your iPhone to do it. He started doing the same thing. Look at what someone else is doing. Duplicate it. Always be on the lookout. Change resistance is fundamental to human nature. There's two things people don't like: change and the way things are. Aaron Giles in my church said that. I recall one day, the day that my boss bought a computer. I looked at him like he had two heads, one here and one here. I looked at him like he had 4 feet and two tails. I didn't need a computer. I was happy making corrections on all 7 carbon copies with whiteout. I was comfortable with my typewriter. I could type 120 words per minute. Why did I need a computer? I was my own spell checker because I could spell better than anybody I knew. Fast forward to today and imagine the effort it would have taken to do this workbook by typewriter. Furthermore, I'm about to take a web design class because I need to know how to use media, Flash, and all those other newfangled things that are being developed. The seed of creativity, the seed of creativity that God put in us at birth. We were born with it. Your gift, you were born with it. It has the capacity to use all of the other tools that God has planted in other people. But we got to be willing to keep up with technology, especially in this age, and that requires that we be ever changing. Another thing you want to do to keep the vision alive, be self-motivated. The process of the vision becoming reality is different from working your 9 to 5. You don't have no boss looking over your shoulder. You're not accountable to anybody. You can take off and not be penalized, but every second counts on the road to destiny. What I do, because I'm easily distracted, I maintain a daily to-do list. Oh, by the way, y'all, that's why I sit in the front row at church. You notice when I go to church, I'm always trying to scoot up to the front. I am so easily distracted. You can't put me on row 8 or row 9. I get distracted. I'll be looking like, oh, her hair sure look good. I wonder if that's her hair. Or is that a weave? And I'm steadily looking. I'm like, and I see somebody else stand up. Ooh, that dress sure is sharp. Like, okay, well, she look like she losing a little weight. She looking kind of good. And I see somebody else stand up. I'm like, ooh, wee. Her kids should have told her not to wear that. What was she thinking? She needs some Spanx on the next time she wear that dress. I will look around at church and I'm noticing everybody, ooh, that baby sure is cute. God, ooh, that baby sure got big. My mind just wanders like that. So even at home, since I have no one to be accountable to, I have to create my to-do list. It helps me stay focused and it helps me stay on schedule. Not only do I have a to-do list, but I'll put time by it. You got 10 minutes to do this, 15 minutes for this, 30 minutes to do this. You also have to encourage yourself. That's part of being self-motivated. Acknowledge your accomplishments by patting your own self on the back and doing something you enjoy. Normally, I'd give myself 4, 5, 6 scoops of ice cream. And now that I'm here in Texas, I'd give me some good old Bluebell ice cream. But, you know, I got to work on improving my health, and God sure is good. Because they pulled all the Bluebell ice cream off the shelf. I have no choice but to stay focused. Last but not least, in chapter number 7, find creative ways to promote what you do. By now, you have noticed that I mentioned a lot of things I do. And wherever this workbook goes, whoever's hands it gets into, they will know everything I do. They know I decorate cakes. They know I build my own website. They know that I cater. They know that I do caregiving. Always talk about it. Remember, I said you got to be creative. And even if somebody takes this book and they hustle bootleg copies, I still win because I'm getting a free advertisement. So I want you to think about some of the things you can do to promote your vision. See, remember, we're in the workbook. What does this say? Make a list of some things you can do to promote your vision. What can you begin to do to promote your own vision? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of chapter 10. That's the end of chapter number 7. Come back tomorrow. We're starting chapter 8. Ooh, the value of failure. Honey, y'all better come back with your shouting shoes on. Woo, glory. We're going to talk about how failure is a good thing. All right, see you tomorrow for 12, 13, 14, day 115. See ya. Bye-bye.